Right, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Doing a bit of, I don't know really, what can we call this? Fake news patrol, I guess. I hate that term, fake news. Such a pile of nonsense. Basically, I think this whole article is clickbait. It's very, it's not clear cut yet, but pretty certain it's all clickbait. Now, this is a website called Sausage Roll. Yep, that's right, Sausage Roll. And they've had this article saying, meet the writer of the highly anticipated Captain Marvel 2 movie. Now, talk about Captain Marvel is pretty big. Like, YouTubers know it. They talk about Captain Marvel. They dunk on Captain Marvel. We all hate Captain Marvel, basically. And I guess, you know, because lots of people want to watch those kind of videos, it's an economy in and unto itself. And it would seem that websites such as this may have cotton on to that, because this article seems to take advantage of that kind of thing, labeling Kelly Sue DeConnick as a feminist and X, Y, and Z and all this kind of nonsense. Which, yeah, might be the case. I mean, she is. Like, I've taken a look at her Twitter. She absolutely is everything that this article is basically saying she is. But we don't know actually that she is the writer of Captain Marvel 2 yet. Captain Marvel 2 is an interesting movie to take a look at. And I was going to do one of my editorials on it because it's nowhere to be found. And in fact, when we take a look at Captain Marvel, what Kevin Feige has said about Captain Marvel and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they are now backtracking. And still with no announcement of a Captain Marvel 2 movie, it would seem that there's a reason why they're backtracking, because they're wanting to kind of rewrite the wrongs of the character and where they were stepping in the MCU. But let's take a look at this article. Okay, sometimes movies are a reflection of the writer's worldviews and opinions, and sometimes they aren't. Regardless, it's interesting to see who is behind the upcoming Captain Marvel sequel. Now again, this is the only place that's reported this. It's the only place that's reported this. Captain Marvel 2, albeit confused story progression, has been confirmed. Yeah, of course it's been, yeah. As a matter of fact, Disney have even hired someone to pen the script. Someone who is overwhelmingly passionate about the film's message. Who is she? Meet the Captain Marvel 2 writer, Kelly Sue DeConnick. She is an uber-feminist, never Trumper, pro-Iranian, and Islam activist. But most importantly, an avid comic book reader, massive nerd, and passionate geek. Definitely put the most important things at the end, right? Most importantly, she's all of these things. These things that are definitely important and pertain to writing a comic book movie. Shouldn't they be at the start? This is when you know it starts to be clickbait. And yeah, like she's the stereotype of all these things, just from an aesthetic perspective, of course. Oh, look, you can see I've been looking at wheels for my Nissan. Anyway, she may not be a seasoned screenwriter, but what she lacks in experience, she makes up for in passion. Kelly is a champion for women's rights. She embodies Captain Marvel. An acquaintance of the writer told us. Yeah, bollocks, did they? Now, again, remember, this is the only website that's reporting this, and I know this will probably flip around the web and people will go, it's in trouble. In fact, I do know Sargon of Akkad did a video on this. Carl Benjamin, my dude. No. I know you know lots of things about other things. No, she's not doing this. You've been duped, mate. If anyone watches him, please go and tell him he's been duped. So, like I say, definitely she is what these, what the website is, saying. I stand with WGA, and if you only have to take a rudimentary, look through her Twitter to realise, she does have some political leanings, but she's very heavy into comic books. She's written a lot of comic books. She even did some Alien vs Predator Prometheus stuff, which is awesome. Now, so she's not a bad writer, actually. She's not a bad comic book writer at all, and she has written some TV. Now, it does say, obviously, this article is full-blown clickbait bullshit. Kelly Sue was also a prominent figurehead in the in the Gamergate and the less heard of Comicsgate movement, who worked tirelessly alongside Anita Sarkeesian to eradicate toxic masculinity from a male-dominated video game and comic book culture. Shut the fuck up. Essentially, it is a feminist movement within the comic book community that started after a bunch of female Marvel staffers got together for a milkshake and posted a group selfie. What? Is that what Comicsgate is? Looks like a bunch of white people needing to sit down and stop twiddling their dicks. And then obviously it went and said, then a bunch of trolls called them fake geek girls. Okay. Then they reacted by creating a militant feminist movement, which purpose was to eradicate toxic masculinity from geek culture, specifically comic book culture. Oh god, these people irritate me. Kelly Sue promises fans that Captain Marvel 2 will be the definitive female superhero flick and will bring light to the injustices that women working in geek culture suffer on a daily basis. Excited for the Captain Marvel sequel? As per usual, let us know in the comments below. Look, everyone in the comments is definitely well aware that this is all, you know, nonsense. Yeah, like, the article is all kinds of misinformed, no writer is currently attached. Yeah, they're not. Like, people often use IMDb as a reference point for these things. I can go in and edit this if I want. People can go in and edit this. Like, it's literally a version of Wikipedia. They went in and edited this. They added her. There's been no official announcement. Now, she may be attached to it, right? Because she did work on Captain Marvel. She did. And she has written other things. So she's not unheard of in things with respect to movies, right? She has written movies. But she has not confirmed it herself. Now, she is taking a break. So it says, hey friends, taking a 30-day social media break starting January 6th, 2020. See you on the other side. Please don't forget that Pretty Deadly, blah, 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 blah. So, she's not on there. Even though people are still tweeting for her. So, either she's here tweeting or someone else is. But you'd think that someone would have tweeted to her and said, oh, are you the writer? No one has. She's not responded to anything like that. And you'd think that this announcement wouldn't come from fucking a website called Sausage Roll. And would be a website or people such as Marvel. You would think, wouldn't you? So, Sargon of Akkad, my dude, you've been duped. Sorry to say it. You've been clickbaited. As has anyone else that took a look at this and thought that there was any remote amount of truth here. Now I still will probably get to work on an editorial for Captain Marvel, like where it is, what's happening. Just tracking the chain of events, because Kevin Feige has now come out and confirmed that Scarlet Witch is in fact the most powerful. Whereas before it was Captain Marvel. So we're kind of all over the place, really, aren't we? So it's interesting nonetheless, but I thought I'd bring you this news. What do you think? Have you seen this? Have you seen people talking about it? Did you know that this was complete nonsense? Love to hear your thoughts. Now, I know a lot of people will probably question, why am I even doing a video on it? Well, it's to combat misinformation. There you go. Pretty simplistic, hey? So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please do let me know down below in the comments. If you haven't already, please do go and check out the box office wrap-up. It's a weekly wrap-up series of the box office. I discuss Underwater, is it or is it not a flop? And then, of course, everything else that dropped this week across the weekend and their totals and what it means, I guess. Anyway, though, guys, love to hear your thoughts, so let me know. As always, if you're new here, do hit subscribe. Step to date on the world of pop culture and movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. I've been Mr. H, though. Take care.